3, 2, 1. Not sure if it works. We're live. Welcome back, strangers. It's the weekend, or Friday, or Saturday, depending where we're at. We're going to be discussing the new plague, the coronavirus. I'm Ethan with the strangest. I write, edit, do everything now, but I'm joined by Rebecca, my lovely wife. How are you doing, Rebecca?
I'm good.
Yeah, so you're technically like a scientist, so you can talk on this?
I'm a certified scientist. Thank you.
No, we'll see.
That's not no.
No, you are. No, I'm just talking about, but you don't know the coronavirus, but...
I mean, I kind of do. There's
Yeah.
like 4 common types of coronavirus that we routinely test for.
I don't even have that in the script. So what are the routine ones?
I don't fucking know. The coronavirus 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't. They have names on the printout that we get. It just says coronavirus, but I'm pretty sure it tests for 4 of them.
That's good. So have you ever had... It's not this one, though. It's not the 2019 coronavirus.
No, it's new.
Okay.
Most of the things that come up on that respiratory panel are rhinovirus. Basic ass cold. But at the hospital, if you come in with respiratory symptoms and they do a flu, because that's like first step, run a flu. If your flu is negative, they do a respiratory panel, which tests for like 25, 30 different viruses. And it's like always rhinovirus.
I didn't know it was that intense.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not really that intense.
Yeah. So do you do any of this at your regular job or just the hospital?
The flu.
There's Swamp Dweller. Holy shit, it's Swamp Dweller. How do you even know about this?
Probably because he clicked on your link with the shitty thumbnail that you kept deleting.
He doesn't... You don't even follow me on Twitter, man.
Oh, damn, that's rude.
I know. Like this, the Swamp Dweller secretly hate me.
Yes.
Things that keep me up at night. I was up at 2 a.m. wondering about that.
Why doesn't Swamp follow me on Twitter?
No, I'm just kidding. No, but thank you guys for joining us. What's up, Stacy and Kenneth? Thank you guys for always being here first. I really appreciate it. Glad Rebecca's here. She got a lot of hate in the video from last Friday.
I literally get hate in every single video that I'm in.
Yeah.
I expect it. No. It's fine.
Yeah, but that was rough. But Rebecca does a lot to keep me motivated on the channel.
I literally financially support it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I'm her sugar baby. I'm almost a house husband. So that's life goals.
Well, it's not.
Yeah. So, but thank you guys for always being here first, and for everyone who just comes and supports us, who leaves a like, doesn't dislike Rebecca. So, because it can be a struggle. Care. Yeah. So
I get paid regardless.
I was gonna say, what is coronavirus? Rebecca already kind of talked about it. Why does Lysol protect us from it?
It's the older ones, and it's because Lysol cleans away normal things. Like, it's kind of stupid because viruses aren't alive, so like Lysol doesn't kill it. I think it just, wipes it off.
Disinfects it.
I guess, because you can't kill it. But that's one of the 4 common ones.
Well, the new one, the coronavirus, corona disease 2019, or COVID, COVID-19, is an infectious disease caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome, kind of like what Rebecca was just talking about. It's the coronavirus 2, or the SARS coronavirus 2, electric boogaloo, since it's the SARS basically again, kind of. The virus is closely related to SARS, and it's primarily spread between people via respiratory droplets. So don't let people cough and sneeze.
Yeah, people are just nasty.
Yeah.
It's like how you get sick from everything.
Yeah.
Stuff.
So basically the mask can help a little bit that people freak out about, except like it can get in your eyes and all the other things.
It doesn't really help. Like most of the masks that people wear aren't the actual ones to like filter air through. So like the normal masks only keep you from getting other people sick. Like it keeps your stuff in, not so much keeps stuff from coming in, if that makes sense. Like you're more protecting everyone else than you are yourself.
That's a good thing to do. Protect other people. Like when you go to the doctor and stuff.
I mean, you can wash your hands. That's better protection.
No, I got that way down there. What about hand sanitizer?
That's also fine.
There was literally a lady who came into my work today that was telling us she couldn't buy hand sanitizer anywhere. She'd been to like 6 places in town and they were all sold out of it. So.
Well, soap and water.
But how is that going to fight the coronavirus?
I mean, you keep your hands clean so that when you touch your face and your nose and your mouth, you're not putting them germies up there.
Yeah. Well, have you heard about where this new coronavirus came from?
Yeah, people eating bats.
Yeah, specifically bat soup. Would you try some bat soup?
No.
I hear it's real good in China.
Well, what happened?
Rebecca hates bats. But she should have starred in the rabies video.
No, number one, I already knew bats have rabies. Like, number one thing before this whole video. So, like, I like them. I will look at you. You can fly around, but don't come at me. Don't come close to me. She won't even walk little poor Sasquatch here. We had a whole summertime where it would be like dusk and we would try to walk her because I don't want to go out in the daylight because sunscreen. So we would go when it was like getting dark, and there was literally bats all around, no matter which direction we went. As soon as we left the house, bats would be swooping at my head, and I cannot.
Sassy likes bats, though.
She does not like birds, but I would definitely like touch a bat. Like if I knew it didn't have rabies and I was like at a zoo or something, I would definitely touch it. It could hang with me fine. It's when it might have rabies and it's swooping at my head that I cannot. Yeah, we went in a cave on Sunday, and there was a bat at the very end of it. Yeah, it was like this big. It was a tiniest little bat. Yeah, and the guide was specifically like, "Don't mess with the bat." And don't put your flashlights in it. Don't have your flash on your camera. So what is that? Flashes on in pictures, just shooting at it. I don't even know if that was a real bat. I know. It kind of just looked like a hole because it didn't even move. Yeah, it made me think it wasn't a bat because everyone but like me and Rebecca messed with the bat. So, but. The coronavirus is thought to be from people eating like wild meat, like from bats, snakes, or even like the ant-eating pangolin. That's not how you say that. I don't know. Basically, an ant. But the primary source of infection now is from human to human transmission. So be careful, you guys. Yeah. You know what else is just like that? What? AIDS. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that came from eating and or having sex with monkeys. Yeah. And now how is it transmitted people to people? Yeah. Just saying. It's not respiratory though. Would you eat wild meat? No. You wouldn't? I've had cows that like it was unexpectedly killed, I guess. And so it was taken to butcher. It had only ever eaten grass. Nasty. Anytime I've ever had deer, nasty. I'd be fine being vegetarian if I liked vegetables a whole lot. I've had deer. I've had different things. I don't think, if you were offered. Well, I don't want to go there because I already don't like their normal food. Yeah. Unpopular opinion. Yeah. I don't like their bat food. Yeah. Kenneth said when they had the swine flu shot, more people died from the shot than the swine flu. So you got to watch out. And SSRI said it's not a chemical weapon that's leaked out. Is it not a chemical weapon that's leaked out? I actually have some good conspiracies towards the end of this. I've heard people talking about that it was like a structured release of something that governments are using to just murder a whole bunch of people. So they send it out and activate it, see how far it spreads or whatever. Yeah. That's fine. And also, just so everyone can be scared, there's agents of bioterrorism. Like, we're going to be on a watch list. But like anthrax and smallpox and stuff that you just have to let a tiny bit out and everybody going to die. Yeah. Oh, traumatic. Talking about just being on a watch list. YouTube automatically demonetizes all coronavirus videos now. Solid. So, yeah, that's sneaky. But what's up, Lex? Hey, hope you're doing good tonight. Or actually, it's Saturday for you. So yeah, it's early. The future. She's watching Saturday morning cartoons. Basically, lucky. Don't spoil them. So,
a lot of this, one theory about how coronavirus spread to begin with was from like, eating the animals, but specifically from this seafood wholesale market in China, like the Hoana. I can't
I
pronounce it
don't
the
know how
right
to say
way,
that.
but it was a live animal and seafood market that caused 41 people to be hospitalized after testing positive for the coronavirus. The market was closed in January of 2020.
Okay, well, I have a question.
Yeah.
So when it says it was testing positive for coronavirus, is it this new one?
Yeah,
Or
the new
is-
one. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how did they already know about it?
Because it was in 2019. This one started in 2019. So
Interesting. Okay, continue.
yeah, I researched this some. Some of you guys, if I make a mistake on this, correct me. Because also some of this was written like just the beginning of the week, so some of these figures might be higher now. But
yeah, it's like spread to a whole bunch of countries.
I know it's just when I was like looking on Twitter right before this, there were like stuff about a new cruise ship that's infected. So, but this market was closed in January for sanitary procedures. 33 out of 585 samples that were taken from the market showed evidence of the 2019 coronavirus. Some of these items that were sold in this market included badgers, bats, camels, crocodiles, dogs, donkeys, giant salamanders, koalas. There's anteaters, ostriches, peacocks, porcupines, rabbit organs, specifically rabbit organs, rats, venomous snakes, turtles, and wolf puppies.
Are these pets or are these foods?
I think they're foods that you get them and then you can.
So
do
people
whatever.
just murder wolf babies and then sell them to people to eat. You just eat porcupines. You got to pluck the quills out one by one. Like, what kind of sense does any of this
I don't know.
make?
It says live animal and seafood market. So
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, are these for pets? Can you buy a pet koala, or are these? It's a dead koala and you're gonna eat it, or take it home and kill it and eat it.
I don't know. Basically,
questions.
the way I thought about it is like it's basically like any anthropomorphic animal from any TV show from a kids show from back in the day, like Franklin,
You get on my
Little
nerves.
Bear, anything like that. Why do I get on your nerves?
Answer, okay. But speaking of agents of bioterrorism, rabbits carry Francisella, which is a bioterroristic agent. So they're going to have Francisella going around also. They just eat wild rabbits.
Yeah. Lex said that they
You
finally
typed that.
finally got her 5th case in New Zealand. We don't have any in Virginia yet, but there's one in North Carolina in the Raleigh area that was confirmed from someone who flew in to the Raleigh airport. So
Yeah.
you didn't like that joke I put in there, and you're like, you put it in the script.
We just eat Franklin the turtles and little bears. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
You're just funny.
So how do you know you're infected, Rebecca?
And you're probably snotty and have a cough and all other types of respiratory symptoms.
Yeah, you want to read about them? Hold on, let me.
Am I supposed to read?
Yeah, let me make it bigger for you. Hold on.
Okay. The incubation period for the virus is 1 to 14 days, with an average of 5 or 6 days before you start developing symptoms, which include fever, cough, and shortness of breath. Sneezing, runny nose, sore throat, and diarrhea are less common. Cases can progress to pneumonia and multi-organ failure, leading to death. One study of 1,000 infected Chinese patients had 5% of patients who were admitted to intensive care units, 2.3% needed mechanical support of ventilation, and 1.4% died. Children seem to handle the disease better than adults, as the symptoms are usually milder, but sufficient evidence is still lacking.
Yeah.
That's like literally every normal thing are the symptoms.
That's why you got to watch out. That's why I think there's been so many false, because anytime someone's sick now, they think they might have it.
Yes, we have so many people trying to test for it. And it's like the only places testing for it are like the health departments. Do you know how much of a pain in the ass it is to send someone to the health department?
Yeah.
A giant one.
Supposedly the tests are free in America, though. That's surprising. Nothing's free in America with healthcare.
Yeah.
But it is interesting. I read that when I was writing this.
Believe.
I do too. That's why I was like, because someone said that it costs one myth is that it costs $30,000 to do a coronavirus test.
Like I wouldn't think that it would cost that much, but like the panels that we do at the hospital, I have to imagine cost like a couple $100 to run, and that's for normal stuff. And I feel like with, this being new and there can't be any FDA clearance on these tests yet because it's, new and it's not mass produced out. I mean, doesn't seem like that'd be free unless they're working on getting it approved faster and it's free research stuff. I don't know. I have a hard time imagining that that's free.
Is it new though? What if this was already developed way years in advance in top secret?
Then it wouldn't be free.
Theory, I know. So this was old. So far, there's been at least 13 cases. 13 states that have had cases: Washington, Oregon, California. So these are the areas that have like confirmed cases. There's tons of cases popping up all the time. At the college I graduated from, JMU, like there was even a scare there that it was there, but it wasn't. So, but Rebecca, hold on. Let's see. I was making sure I didn't skip anything. Oh yeah. The WHO declared in the 2019-2020 coronavirus an outbreak to be a public health emergency of international concern. And as of like the 29th of February, China, Hong Kong, Iran, Italy, Japan, Singapore, South Korea, and the United States
and apparently New Zealand
cases. And New Zealand. So it's just spreading. People like to get on planes when they feel bad in that processed air and go crazy.
Right? It's like, I really want to call out of work, but I'm going to get on a plane and I'm going to go somewhere else solid.
Fly to Madagascar.
That was I thought that was funny, but I didn't save it. Side note. You gonna ask me the question?
So
it's gonna work. I don't know. It seems like by the time we would get it, it would be done. If anywhere would get it, I would think it'd be the hospital, since we already have like the methodology to do normal respiratory panels on. But probably not. I don't know, because you got to think about how much it would cost to bring all that in.
So what is the coronavirus test right now?
Am I supposed to read that?
Yeah.
They test for it by polymerase chain reaction. Ethan had me read this because he didn't know how to say it. PCR testing, nucleic acid tests, and ELISA antibody test kits. One study published in February 2020 claims that chest CT scans perform better than PCR tests. Interesting. Probably because they don't have a good methodology for it. Do I need to read this?
No. Well, you could.
Are you scared to travel because of the coronavirus? Would you fly, take a cruise, or go to another country?
Right now, I wouldn't fly. I hate the idea of flying.
Yeah, he already doesn't like to fly.
Yeah, so that'd be a good excuse.
And where would be flying to has outbreaks. So
yeah.
Not be flying.
Yeah, I would probably still, if I had like a cruise booked or something booked, I still would probably do it.
I heard someone talking today where their like brother or something had booked a cruise and they were paying everyone an extra $100 or something, I guess, in onboard credits to still go on it because they're worried that everyone's going to cancel.
Yeah. No, like cruise ship stock and airline stock has gone down like crazy because of this. Like Royal Caribbean stock and everything, Carnival stock, like two cruise lines have like basically lost half of their value just in like from basically January to February. It's dropping constantly. So if you want a good investment, the same thing happened around the Zika outbreaks in 2016 and they rebounded in 6 months. So if you want to double your money in 6 months, I'm no expert, but it seems like.
But Ethan now has stock in cruise ships.
I bought some cruise ship stock. So, and I'm also looking at some airline stock because airline stock's having the same thing, even some hotel stuff, because it's really scaring people to travel. I saw a guy on Facebook today being like, would you fly if you really had to because of the coronavirus? And then the same guy, when people said yes, he called them idiots. So I guess it was like a Facebook troll.
Yeah, okay. But all these people scared. Like, you know how many people have died from the flu? Like, just this year?
Yeah, it's down there on the list.
Way more people. And you know what they have to keep you from getting the flu? Vaccines. People don't get them because, I feel bad. They wouldn't get a vaccine if this coronavirus was normal, just like the flu. Wouldn't nobody be getting vaccines for it? I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Wash your hands. Like, you'd be fine. Wash your hands. Don't touch up in your nose and on your mouth. Wash your hands.
Yeah. Supposedly there's 16 cases in Iran. I mean Ireland. Ireland is really small, so 16 is scary. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy how small Ireland is. Like it's small. It's like the size of Virginia. So Candace said, "Do you think it,
Chris.
Chris? Yeah. Do you think it's safe to go out to a restaurant? Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
wash your hands.
Yeah, I even saw where it gets further in the script where it's okay, like food basically, because it gets cooked and everything. You're fine. Like eating Chinese food safe still, even if it's authentic, as long as it's not bat soup or snake or something. So as long as it's not wild meat. So with like people like with cruise ships, the one fear of like cruise ships right now is some ports aren't letting cruise ships dock, or like right now there was one like the Grand Princess ship was like being refused. Like basically people were going to be quarantined. Like Malaysia, Taiwan, and Thailand have refused cruise ships entry into their ports. Even some Caribbean ports like Jamaica and the Cayman Islands have refused certain ships that had potential sick travelers on them, which is really crazy to think about because like pretty much all of the Caribbean's like main source of revenue is from tourism. So the fact that they would just turn people down means they're like taking it really serious. So yeah, the new one, the Grand Princess, where people are stuck on there. Like even Trump said he doesn't want to let people off of that ship right now. There's 3,500 people on board.
That's a lot.
Yeah, off the coast of San Francisco. And
solid. That's not anywhere.
You're right, because like that's the other side of the country. Until those people get on flights and fly back to Raleigh, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, like okay, I get not wanting to let these people in, but one, they might need to go to the hospital if they're that sick. You can't go to a hospital on a ship. Two, they pay taxes to live in America. They should be able to go home even when they're sick. So, like, while I could see doing that, it's kind of shitty. They pay taxes. They should be able to go home.
So, do you think it's legal to quarantine people then? Do you think legal quarantines are a thing? I didn't even look that up. That's a good question.
I mean, I don't know. I guess they could tell you can't come in. I wouldn't want to be sick, potentially dying, and not have access to a hospital or, like, my own bed.
Some of the cruise ships that got quarantined already, I don't know about the Grand Princess, but some of the ones like from a couple of weeks ago ended up just having crew members that had type A influenza. So it was just like coronavirus. Yeah, coronavirus. Look, I mean, most of them are from like other countries. So I don't know how common the flu vaccine is.
You should take it.
Yeah,
if you can.
But it just shows like how much like the flu was infected. Like
and no one cares about it.
But like here you can read how many the flu infected.
The flu in America infected at least 6.4 million people, hospitalized 55,000 people, and caused 2,900 coronavirus. And there have been at least 3,466 deaths worldwide. In the U.S., there have been 225 cases with 14 dead. Look at how exponentially more people have the flu.
Yeah, and that was just this year in 2019, 2020 flu season.
This year, the flu hasn't been that bad because normally we get positive after positive after positive. Tons of people come in, especially at the hospital with the flu. And while we've had plenty of positives, it hasn't been anywhere close to what it usually is. We usually have hundreds. We maybe have 800 for this one.
Yeah. Chris brought up a point about like a vaccine. Would you get a coronavirus vaccine, like a flu vaccine?
Yes.
Like, especially
I would probably have to. Because at the hospital, they make us take the flu vaccine, which I take anyway. But they make us take it if you have patient contact. And although I don't generally have patient contact, I sometimes have to go into the emergency room and be around sick people who are coughing into the air. So, yeah, I would get that.
Do you think the coronavirus will bring out a zombie apocalypse?
I hope not, because like once that happens, I'm going to die.
You don't think it's going to shut down everything?
I mean, hopefully not.
Yeah.
With the way my insurance is looking, I don't have enough insulin or anything to last me very long. So I'm going to need that to not happen.
So the flu vaccine, it doesn't protect you from the coronavirus.
You don't say they're different.
A lot of people think they're the same.
Protects my life.
Yeah, let me Google it. Like today I had someone asking me where to go horseback riding. I was like, I have no idea, but
you know what does? Google.com.
Well, I was actually able to remember in elementary school, like someone whose family has a farm where they do horseback riding lessons and stuff, but see if they still do it. And thankfully they did. So I got to be like, go for it. But it was kind of sweet. It was this guy being like, me and my wife didn't get to do it on our honeymoon, and we were looking for somewhere local to do it, but we didn't know. So I thought that was nice. Good guy husband. So, but hopefully he brings some hand sanitizer home for her too. We have some extra jugs at the office before we might be able to sell those. Double our profit.
We literally, I work in a place that's full of hand sanitizer already, but I have it in my purse already, in my car already, Ethan's car already. We already got hand sand everywhere because people are nasty all the time. I already had all these hand sanitizers.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
You ever wonder about touching things in public, like a door handle or anything?
I hate touching everything.
I want you to know, I've seen a kid literally dig his hand down his butt crack like in public.
In there.
Yeah.
In it.
And then open the door.
Yeah, he pushed the handicap button. Yeah. That makes the doors open. He had his hand all on his butt and then just smashed that button. I mean, they're like, ew. Think about how many times you've just touched this button and he just rubbed his butt all over it.
And since then, I've been very concerned about the things like touch in public.
Yeah, I mean, people are nasty. Even at work, I don't put my hands on the refrigerator where everyone touches to open the fridges and stuff. I don't even put my hands on it. I open it with my feet because people are nasty. Wash my hands constantly. Nasty.
So what is the best way to protect yourself?
Wash your fucking hands. I've seen all kinds of posts about stores being out of toilet paper and hand soap. And I'm just like, are people not already wiping their ass and washing their hands? You should already have soap. Why are all the soap sold out? You should already be washing your hands. God, people are nasty.
Yeah. Should also stay at least 3 feet away from anyone who may be infected.
No shit.
I mean, just in case. Okay,
I try to stay away from 3 feet away from everyone already anyway.
Yeah.
Besides Ethan, he's always close to me. But anybody else, I'm always like, leave. Yeah. Don't want to be around.
You should cover your mouth and nose if you sneeze or cough. You know, it's nice. Do the whole elbow normal thing. Sassy, did you just sneeze?
Didn't cover your mouth. You're not covering it.
Was that planned?
Who raised you?
I know. Good timing. One time for a
they
video.
They probably can't even see her.
I know. I was hoping they could hear it. She's literally just sneezing.
Coronas.
So you're good.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. So when you do sneeze, you just do the whole elbow thing.
What were you gonna say about her?
Oh, dogs. They think cats and dogs can show like false positives or positives for the coronavirus.
No, that's not.
But they can't. They can't transmit it to humans. I was gonna say one time for a video we tried forever to get Sassy to yawn, and we finally did. So
yeah, because supposedly, like, you know how if you yawn and someone's looking at you, they're supposed to yawn. That works on dogs, except when you want it to. Anytime you're just looking at the dog and yawn, she'll yawn also, except when you get your phone out trying to record it. And then she's like, I don't know what these are. I cannot. But there's plenty of diseases that animals get that they can't get you.
Yeah. So you should
that they can.
Wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Do the whole sing your ABCs to yourself. Or you should use hand sanitizer that has at least more than 60% alcohol. Since hand sanitizer is like flying off the shelves, you shouldn't try to make your own, because it's apparently people on Facebook videos are like how to make your own like homemade hand sanitizer, and people say it's not very effective because usually you don't get the right alcohol content in there.
I mean, like, people just buying bottles of alcohol and pouring that on their hands.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Get some grain alcohol, some Everclear.
Don't do that.
Yeah. It is still safe to order things from China, so you can order Amazon packages and everything. What if
they coughed into the package before they taped it up?
Well, it says the World Health Organization says that it's hold on. It doesn't
can't
stay.
breathe.
Yeah, no, it doesn't stay long enough on objects or surfaces to transmit like across seas. Like it didn't. Tried to find like an
'cause it
hour
takes
thing.
5 weeks for stuff to come from China. So
Yeah, I think like on like most toilet seat stuff that you could get something from a toilet seat stays on there for 7 hours. So
nasty. I've also heard, speaking of toilet seats, that the cover things that they have in there covered in bacteria. It's worse than just sitting straight up on the seat.
don't fucking tell me that. That's
That's
if I ever
real life. And you know why? Because they're right next to the toilet.
Yeah, it
so when
makes
you
sense.
doo-doo and you flush, all that poop just flies all over it
Yeah.
and you directly sit on it.
I mean, it makes sense. That's why you're also in your own bathroom supposed to cover it when you flush, because if not, all the doo-doo stuff gets all over your bathroom.
Everything's nasty.
Yeah. At least we just don't shit in buckets right now. We're a step
and magic
above.
it away.
Yeah. Yeah. So, if you don't have hand sanitizer, should you stock up on Lysol instead?
I mean, I wouldn't put Lysol on my hands. Yes,
Yeah,
to put in your kitty.
Yeah.
Do not do that either.
Yeah. I know random trivia too, Rebecca.
I know you've heard me talk about it because I was with you when I took that women's studies class.
Yeah.
But good day. Lysol is some stuff. And Lysol, like the whole like you should disinfect things, wasn't common in hospitals until like well into the 1900s. Like in 20s, 30s. And Lysol was named after the dude who invented it, I think. I don't remember. But they kept having women die after giving birth, and they couldn't figure out why. And the doctor was like, maybe we should wash your hands, before we just, like, touching people's cooches. And that helped prevent people from getting sick after having babies.
That's good. See, Lysol did some work,
Yeah. I mean, you should already have Lysol, Clorox wipes, something to wipe off the stuff in your house. Anyway, you should already have soap. Wash your hands.
I think you should always stock up on that stuff. Like, even if you don't have it now, stock up on that stuff. Also, you should keep some sort of supply of some extra water and some
apparently
some
toilet
canned food.
paper.
Yeah, and toilet paper, just in case, because you never know when society might break down.
But it's fine.
Yeah,
I'll be dead.
But on the Lysol cans, you can see the protects against the human coronavirus. But like I said, there's 4 different kinds already. So
yeah, this is a new one. And while it might kill it, it's probably not tested because it's new.
Yeah.
You can stop buying out all the Lysol.
No, a lady that I work with was really freaking out when she saw the Facebook post about Lysol and coronavirus. She's like, it's been here all along. It's been here. She was freaking out for a whole day.
Everyone
about
gets
that.
on my nerves.
But it was also like 3 days after I had seen that post on Facebook.
She probably just been thinking about it, freaking out. Oh God, and then decided to bring it up at work.
Also, talking about things that help or don't help. Apparently, a thing going around on the internet is gargling bleach. You should gargle bleach.
Do not do that.
Mess you
do
up.
not do that.
Yeah, don't ever do that.
Do not.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
Don't do
Rebecca's
that.
like, what the fuck? No.
People are stupid. Don't put Lysol up your kitty and don't gargle bleach. Don't do it.
That's life advice for any day of the week.
Really?
Yeah. So there is no vaccine or cure to the coronavirus yet, and antibiotics do not kill viruses.
Taking antibiotics would probably make you worse because you're killing off all the good bacteria that would help try to fight off a viral infection.
Yeah.
You just shouldn't take antibiotics for fun.
So you can't just load me up with penicillin and call it a day?
You're allergic anyway, herp derp. But no, don't do that. Antibiotics should always be like your last resort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the deadliest virus known to man?
Ebola.
I don't even know that's true.
Okay,
I just know it has a much higher mortality rate than
Ebola
coronavirus.
is wild. It just liquefies your whole insides and you bleed out your nose and your ears and your eyes and traumatic. And there was an outbreak halfway close to here. Traumatic. They had Ebola monkeys just escape in Reston. I think they caught them, but that's still terrifying.
Just a normal day of the week again. So.
That Ebola's wild.
Some people think coronavirus will be gone by April, like with springtime changing seasons, because that makes sense for the people
I mean, that's usually
over
when the
south.
flu goes away.
Yeah, they think that the warmer weather will end it. So one theory is that like if you like use the not just wash your hands, but use little warm hand dryers at the restaurants.
Don't do the hand dryer.
That they'll kill the coronavirus.
Don't use those.
Why not? That's my favorite
because you know what
thing.
bacteria loves?
Heat.
Warm, moist environments. And you know what a fucking hand dryer is? A warm, moist environment. You're not supposed to use those. Don't tell me that. You're literally better off wiping them on your pants than you are using
those and then coming back into the car and holding your hand or touching you.
God, I'm never touching anything again.
My favorite is at the movie theater. They have them, and so like going, using the bathroom, washing my hands real good, using the hand dryers, and just eating Rebecca's popcorn, just sticking my hands all in there.
Okay, we're getting a divorce.
I'm just fucking with you. I don't do that. I know that they're nasty. So
do not use those. Good grief. Was that the end of that? I didn't read the rest of your words.
Hold on, let me see. No one knows how long the outbreak will last. So
yeah, keep going.
Yeah. So Trump also supposedly today.
You didn't finish your paragraph.
What did I not finish? What did I not read?
The next fucking sentence.
Well, you can read it, Rebecca.
No.
I don't even know what you're talking about, Rebecca. What? Ebola has a much higher... People believe that heat can kill the virus, which is false.
Because viruses aren't alive. You can't kill them.
Okay. Well, we can just skip that.
And don't use hand dryers.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Okay, fight me.
All right, we'll read the next one.
Trump signed a $8.3 billion emergency spending package to combat the spread of the virus. Spending measure would provide $7.8 billion to fight the new coronavirus and include a mandatory funding authorization for $500 million over 10 years to be used toward a remote healthcare program.
It just seems like a way to funnel money different ways.
This sounds like money laundering because do we have this for the flu? I don't think so. Like they tell you all the time, get the flu shot. Do people get the flu shot? No, that's why everyone gets the flu. So why would you need to spend billions of dollars on this thing that probably won't be around? Like when the swine flu happened and all those people died from that, has it came back around?
Well, we made a vaccine for that, remember?
I have never gotten it. I didn't get that.
I didn't have it either, but...
Yeah, like it didn't really come back. So why would you need 10 years of stuff for this coronavirus?
Just in case, you guys.
I mean, I'm really curious to know the normal mortality rates of like the normal coronaviruses and other viruses. I know it can't be that high, but if you're like not eating and stuff, I guess that would increase it. I don't know.
It's mostly like older people are the most at risk, like 80 and above.
Because they have weaker immune systems.
Yeah.
The sick are also in that category.
What about diabetic? Because Michael,
that's the sick.
Michael was freaking out Wednesday.
Yes, he needs to wash his hands.
He's like, I'm done.
Wash your hands.
I was like, that's a quitter's mentality, man.
Yeah, like people who have immune problems already, like people who are diabetic, you're already...
Pronounce that encephalitis.
Encephalitis?
Yeah.
I
can't pronounce things.
Yeah, you can't read.
I really can't. I struggle so hard. That's why I struggle. You should guys hear me like try to attempt to read scripts sometimes.
You just hear in the basement swearing, reading, swearing.
8th time's a charm sometimes. So
he's funny. So do you think that is helpful? No. I mean, like, it's good to have funding for it, I guess, and be able to spread testing for it out quickly. That's all fine. 10 years or something? I don't know about that. Don't know about that.
Just seems like a way to funnel money into somewhere different.
Yeah.
Also, how fast that they enacted it. It's kind of the whole, like, 9/11 stuff. Like, we're going to have, like, the Freedom Act now. We're going to limit people's freedoms. Just because. But my conspiracy theory, and this is the only one I really have, I think the coronavirus is being overhyped during election year. Like, I think it's part of propaganda so that you mostly only hear about election news, the coronavirus, and then the Olympics in 2020. So that's going to be our news cycle for the year. It's the same thing that happened during the 2016 election with the Zika virus and the 2016 Summer Olympics. And this one's just like the main conspiracy, I think. Like, it's just a normal part of the news propaganda cycle that we hear. It just keeps repeating itself because there's nothing original anymore. There's reboots, sequels. It's the same shit, different year. In 2012, we had an Ebola outbreak, elections, and Olympics. Just the same thing. What do you think? That's why I think, like, the low numbers and everything, people are freaking out about China. And one conspiracy theory is that they're like burning, so that there were satellite images of like something going into the atmosphere, which I think is just like mass graves being burnt. But I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
You want to read about this conspiracy theory? It's a long one.
There are conspiracy theories that the virus is man-made or has been purposefully spread and used like a bioweapon. I don't believe that is the case, but one interesting Reddit theory said victims aboard Ukraine International Airlines Flight 752 shot down by Iran, linked to National Microbiology Lab in Canada. The lab received coronavirus samples in 2013, security breach in 2019, Chinese nationals shipping samples to China, and now another dead scientist, former NML director. There are some interesting coincidences with it, according to Reddit user Dilemma Beats. He has sources to back these coincidences up.
Yeah. So in May 4th of 2013, the National Microbiology Lab in Winnipeg received samples of the coronavirus from the medical center in Rotterdam in the Netherlands.
Okay, is this normal coronavirus or is it the new one?
It just says coronavirus. He had like a bunch of like news links to this, so it could be either or. But I mean, most likely the new coronavirus is a deviant of the old one already.
Yes, that's how things work.
Yeah. So the acting director was Dr. Frank Plummer, a specialist in infectious diseases who reportedly worked on HIV research. He began drinking heavily while dealing with a disease crisis in Kenya in the 1980s and was diagnosed with
cirrhosis.
Yeah, cirrhosis in 2012. He received a transplant in 2014, continued drinking. The transplant began to fail, and he opted to be the first patient to receive an experimental brain surgery to treat alcoholism. He had a brain implant, and he continued drinking. Reports indicate that Dr. Plummer was the director of the lab for 7 years, including 2013 when they received the coronavirus samples from the Netherlands. Frank Plummer was discovered dead in Kenya on February 4th, 2020, weeks after the outbreak really reached an epidemic. So, sassy?
That was just her insides. It's fine.
Okay. So, the microbiology lab received a lot of the
it's a level 4 virology lab.
Yeah, and it received some of the world's deadliest pathogens, including the Ebola virus. The lab is affiliated with the University of Manitoba. So, the Ukraine International Airlines Flight 752 that was shot down by Iran after departing there were 63 Canadians on board the flight. Many were students and professors from the University of Manitoba, and some were PhDs in microbiology. One of the victims was immunologist Dr. Candom, a PhD graduate of University of Manitoba. I can't talk. So
wait till you get to this next name.
Yeah, I know. But then in July of 2019, more Chinese virologists were removed from the lab and from the University of Manitoba, including a Dr. Q and her husband, Dr. Ching, and students that they had brought from China. And they all had connections with labs in Wuhan, which is where the coronavirus is thought to originate from. The couple is under investigation in relation to an improper package that prompted a security breach. When the shipment from Canada was uncovered, security access was revoked for Q, and her husband halted. She still reportedly made at least 5 trips over the academic year of 2017 to 2018 to China, specifically to the Wuhan Biosafety Laboratory, where the Chinese Academy of Sciences is located. All of the facilities there at the academy to be located in one of the Chinese biological weapons development areas. So like they have the Institute for like Academy of Military and Medical Sciences, Disease Control and Prevention. They also have like just Academy of Sciences and Microbiology. So a lot of stuff where you could make like bioweapons potentially.
Yeah, but you know how many of those are in America too?
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, this one's like you had this plane crash. It was long. It had these samples on it. You blew up potential people who might have known about this conspiracy. I don't know. It was the most interesting one I saw on the internet. Most in depth, where it's like you have all these loose pieces, all these potentials. Like you had an airplane that was conveniently shot down. I mean, how many? Most passenger airlines are shot down. Most planes these days that are shot down for a reason. So I go with my main theory that it's just an election year distraction. But
yeah, I mean, there are literally thousands of bioterroristic agents and smallpox and anthrax and all these things routinely just being shipped by like FedEx. And there's certain ways you have to package these things, but if you don't do it right, you could come out and, you know, yeah, they were shipping stuff there, but that's literally super common, especially if you're studying something. So
that's also true. That's
yeah, I mean,
stuff.
If you have something that's important and dangerous that you need to send somewhere else to do some important testing on, you're going to have to package it up and send it there.
But why are
That's normal.
Why are they trading all this back and forth with China, specifically the city where it all began? Dun, dun, dun. I don't think this...
That's why it went there.
Okay.
I don't know why it outbroke there. Like, you know, I don't know why it happened there, but if that's the biggest virology lab, it makes sense that that's where it would be sent. And maybe they said it originated there because someone somewhere else got sick and their sample went to this virology lab to get tested, and Wuhan said that's what it was.
That's probably also true. Rebecca with facts. There you go. Deduction right there.
I'm just saying. Like,
you could have gotten the top comment on that Reddit thread.
Okay, well, you didn't send it to me.
No, I saw it like a day late, but reading this conspiracy theory is what inspired this live stream, and the fact that I see coronavirus stuff like no matter where I go on the internet, just passing by a TV, it's something about the coronavirus. It's even like my top thing on Twitter now I see is like coronavirus updates. So
yeah, like I mean, it's definitely scary. It's something people should be worried about, but you should also be worried about getting sick on the regular. You shouldn't just wash your hands because this is coming along. You should be washing your hands anyway. You should always wash your hands before you eat. Anytime you're going to be touching your mouth or your nose or your eyes, you should wash your hands first. Like, these are normal things.
Yeah.
And I guess people aren't as clean as me. I don't know. But wash your hands. You should already be doing that.
I mean, number one thing is like preventative care for anything. Like, I mean, a lot of people take for granted like feeling healthy every day, and you don't think to take care of yourself.
True.
Yeah, you gotta do normal things to stay healthy and maintain yourself, because it's like the best way to prevent yourself, to keep up the immune system. So, have you heard of any other conspiracy theories?
Just that, like, it was a government thing to go off to see how many people they could kill easily. But, I mean, they already know that. They would take, like, 5 things of smallpox to just decimate half the country. Think about that. So, I mean, you could say that it was the government trying to do a mass extinction type thing. But number one, Not that many people have died, so they didn't do a good job. And number two, they already know how to do that because there's already hundreds of things that could murder a lot of people if it was intentionally let out.
We have one more conspiracy theory, but first, good night, Chris.
Chris, good night.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, he keeps closing the chat, so like I can't see what anyone says.
And what's up, Shu McCurry? I can't pronounce.
He probably said, "Well said" to me.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, Rebecca was doing a really good job on that. So
I am science,
and she hadn't even read that. I hadn't sent her that link before. So, but do you want to tell us about the Bill Gates conspiracy?
Oh. Well, he donates a lot of money to a lot of things, so I feel like he didn't do it.
But why does he do that? What if he donates?
Because he's a good fucking guy who doesn't want to leave it to all his shitty children.
But people think he might be doing this so he can make more big pharma money.
He doesn't need more money. Anyway.
But conspiracies.
The government introduced the coronavirus in 2018, and Bill Gates was also somehow responsible. A 2015 coronavirus patient was intended to facilitate... Patent. 2015 coronavirus patent was intended to facilitate the development of a vaccine for a specific type of avian coronavirus found in chickens, which has not been implicated as a potential cause of the 2019 nCoV. People online have spread the rumor that the Gates Foundation funded this patent in hopes of profiting off a coronavirus to have a cure or vaccine ready to sell by the millions. Well, they don't really make money off vaccines, so you can go ahead and cut that out.
Yeah.
To make the conspiracy seem even worse, Bill Gates gave a presentation in 2018 that suggested that a flu similar to the 1918 flu pandemic could kill 50 million people within 6 months, adding that the global public health community was unequipped to deal with the fallout of such an event. He said the world needs to prepare for pandemics in the same serious way it prepares for war. Solid. However, it has been proven that the Gates Foundation didn't even fund the attempt in 2015 coronavirus patent. Bill Gates has just been doing his part to try to rid the world of unnecessary diseases, which he has been doing for years now with the Gates Foundation. Bill Gates is solid. I like him.
But I just think that people have been like crazy trying to pull any kind of connections out.
Like, these things happen. Diseases are out there. And things replicate. You have transcription errors in your RNA and DNA, and that makes the same virus or bacteria strand different, and now it's harder to treat because it's different, and then that just replicates because it's being harder to kill, so it has more chance to replicate. These are all normal. That's normal. That happens on the regular. Evolution at work. That's normal.
But what if evolution's not real?
It's fucking real.
I'm just fucking with you. Have you had any coronavirus predictions? Like, heard of like people predicting this was going to happen?
No, like I really haven't read a whole lot about it. Because my thing is, y'all ain't worried about the flu. More people have already died from that. More people have already been infected by that on the regular.
Yeah, and we'll continue to be infected by it next year.
Yeah, because no one gets the vaccine for it. But no, I haven't literally looked up anything about it. I sometimes see on Facebook that when it goes somewhere new, it'll come up and say it's somewhere else. And it's like, surprise. It spread.
Yeah, some people say that Dean Koontz predicted the coronavirus because in a book, hold on. Yeah, in his 1981 novel, scary. The Eyes of Darkness went viral on Twitter as the passage appears to allude to the creation of a deadly virus known as the Wuhan 400, which is the city after which the coronavirus originated.
But if you already know, Wuhan has a big virology lab and millions of people, you could have already made that prediction.
Yeah.
Dean Koontz is the new Nostradamus.
What if he was? I've only read one Dean Koontz book, and it was amazing. Like Watchers. So if you like books, Dean Koontz, Watchers. If you read any of his other books that are worth reading, let me know.
Didn't he write like military books?
No, that's Tom Clancy. Dean Koontz is the one that Ron told
likes,
me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I feel like Eyes of Darkness is one of the books he said he liked, but he literally listed off 30 books, so I don't remember.
Yeah, growing up, like I always thought when I would go to the bookstore that Dean Koontz seemed like a discount Stephen King because they both have like so many books out. So
Rude.
yeah. There's also, when I was reading up on Dean Koontz, just for this little part, there's a conspiracy theory that he wrote like 100 like those romance novels, those porn books, and he won't admit to it, and he keeps swearing up and down he didn't.
He just changed his name.
No,
Keen Doontz.
Yeah, he's used like 10 pseudonyms in the past, and he says only those 10 are the only ones he's ever used. But then in like a 1980 interview, he talks about like writing porn stuff just to make ends meet when he was younger. So people think he's got a backlog.
Side hustle.
Yeah.
He's got an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Selling porn books.
Yeah, exactly. People have been doing this stuff way back before you had premium snaps and all of that. So, well, you have any other? You guys have? How are you guys?
The next question.
Did anyone else predict the coronavirus?
Not that I know of, but you can literally predict something like this happening every few years in infinitum. Like it's gonna keep happening because the replication of stuff so fast.
Do you think one thing that people are saying was The Simpsons predicted it, but someone like photoshopped the coronavirus in a picture, like a newscast of it. So The Simpsons predict a lot, but I don't think they actually predicted the coronavirus. Gamma Goblin Miller said it's spreading very fast. It is spreading fast, but I think at the same time it's still low numbers, and I think people are over exaggerating it. You don't think you have to really freak out about it. So, I mean, we had friends that flew back to Washington this week, and that was right after like Washington had like the first death.
It's fine.
So you guys
gotta wash your hands.
Are you guys? Yeah, I was gonna say, are you guys doing anything different though to protect yourself from the new plague of the decade?
I already washed my hands.
See, I have a problem where, like, unless I poop, I usually don't wash my hands. If I'm lucky, I eat before.
He also doesn't use soap. I don't think them do it. He'll pretend to wash his hands by running them underwater.
I use a lot of hand sand though.
Yeah, nasty.
Like especially
he touches his eyes to pull out his contacts without washing his hands. Disgusting.
It is pretty gross.
Yeah, nasty.
The problem why I don't wash my hands before touching my eyes to take my contacts out though is because I don't wash my hands thorough enough, and I'm more likely to get soap in my eye when I take it out, and it's very painful.
Rinse your hands.
I know, it's a problem. So, yeah. So, like, also, Gamma Goblin said is the fact that it hides in people for 2 weeks. Yeah, it's got a.
He said different from the flu. That's not different from the flu. Most people don't have symptoms of the flu up until 3-4 days of already being infected. It's like literally right there at the same incubation time.
Yeah, the incubation for coronavirus is 1 to 15 days, but the average is 5 to 6 before you have signs.
Yeah, I mean, like most things are like that. You're going to be infected with it before you start having symptoms because it takes some time to combat your natural flora of bacteria. It takes some time to build up until you're really feeling bad. Normal.
Yeah. Yeah, Gamma also said there's good vids posted on YouTube that are removed quick. Yeah, YouTube's remove it. Not only removing videos, but they're demonetizing and like taking them away from trending, which is also suspicious. But supposedly,
yeah, you would think that they would want some more information out there. It's all over the news. They're not deleting it off the news.
They don't want the real news to get out. They want the propaganda story, the right narrative to be told.
Well, wash your hands.
Yeah.
It should be like the main thing.
Yeah. But we've pretty much reached the end of the outline. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We made it exactly an hour. The chat started getting active right at the very end there. So
I literally washed my hands twice before I touched my eyes already.
Yeah.
I wash my hands. I have problems where I have to do things in even numbers, so I wash my hands twice every time. Yeah, that's normal, right?
You should be careful anytime you pick your eyes because it's so easy
Ethan.
I know.
Yeah, you should. You should wash your hands with soap and water every time.
I know. My mom is way worse than my mom will just dig into her eyes. So she's just like spread, like is like I'm just gonna get everything in my eye. So yeah,
Y'all all nasty.
it's okay. We're surviving. Building the immune system.
I mean, yeah. But you're gonna get sick doing that.
Yeah. Just a little corona here and there.
Well, you're gonna have to literally stay somewhere far away from me if you get it.
I
Because
will.
you'd probably be fine, and I'd be one of the mortalities.
Rebecca, don't tell me that. That's dark.
Wash your hands.
Yeah. So you guys have any questions, comments, concerns towards the end? I appreciate you guys watching. I really enjoy doing the streams. I'm not sure if we'll have a new video coming out this week. If I do, it's gonna be something short. Like I had to move like the schedule around a little bit. So the next one definitely coming out is, hold on. Give me a second.
Look at a calendar.
Yeah, it's gonna be either the 18th or the 20th for sure, depending on like live stream schedules too. I got a couple things I'm working on, and then so either if not next week, we'll definitely either do a stream or a video coming up the week after that. So trying to get on a more regular schedule, but I just had another thing coming out. So Goblin said that we're young, we don't have anything to worry about, but
I have plenty.
Rebecca's diabetic, so she's got issues.
Yes, I'm the one to worry about.
Yeah.
Not Ethan.
Yeah.
Well, I washed my hands twice.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even say this. My grandmother, talking about like your parents that are having to worry about. She canceled a trip to fly because of the coronavirus.
Yeah, her and a friend were supposed to go to Atlantic City to gamble because she loves gambling.
Yeah, New Jersey.
And they had to fly there, and she was so excited for it, kept talking about it, and then literally called Ethan and said they canceled it because of the coronavirus.
Yeah, she won a free trip and then ended up like she only had to spend $75 for a flight, but because she canceled it, she had to spend $400. I'm just like,
what?
Yeah, because she didn't want to do the coronavirus.
Why did it cost her so much to cancel it?
Because it was like a promotional thing. Because she took the spot of someone else and she canceled it like 10 days before.
Damn.
So, yeah.
That's her gambling money.
Yeah. It's fine. So, I mean, she did it right when she heard the first reports of the New York one, since New York, New Jersey's right there. So, she would really, my grandmother worries about a whole lot. So
yeah, like I told Ethan, she'd probably be fine, but it's not good for the elderly to be out anyway. And she plays slots, so you can be touching stuff that other people have touched already. It's probably best she didn't go. But nasty.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
So we're in Virginia, but this one said reality said that the 2019 Military World Games were officially known as, they were held from October 18th through the 27th in the capital of the Hubei province in Wuhan, China. There we go. It was right there in the coronavirus. There we go.
Yeah, but you also have to think to like how many people were there. Anytime you have a big gathering of people, someone's going to be sick. Because people are nasty. I used to work at a daycare, and kids will just cough straight in your face and rub snot on you, and I was constantly sick. Anytime you're around like a big group of people, especially snotty, nasty ones, you're going to have people get sick.
I mean, kids in general are just nasty. Like I remember like coming back from breaks and in school, or especially in college, like coming back from break, you're immediately going to get sick from someone who brought something back. Someone's going to be coughing, sneezing. It's going to be disgusting. So they also said 230,000 volunteers were recruited for the event that was staged in China. Yeah, those are 230,000 people
breathing all close to each other, touching stuff.
Yeah, getting there.
Yeah. So
any last thoughts, Rebecca?
Wash your hands.
Are you scared of the coronavirus?
Not really.
Would you be nervous if you had if a lot of people were coming into the hospital with it?
I mean, I don't have to be around them for the most part anyway. So, I mean, not really. And when we do the virus testing, it's all under a fume hood that sucks the air up away. So, I mean, in theory, you shouldn't be breathing any of that in. Like, I don't worry about getting the flu from all the flu tests I run.
So where does that vent go? Does this go outside?
It goes to the outside.
I was about to say, this is just so people going in to get donuts next door and just breathing in.
I was talking about the hospital.
Okay, the hospital. Okay.
But the one at the main job just goes into the ceiling because it doesn't vent to the outside. So like it has the push-up ceiling tile things. It just is up in there.
Oof.
Right.
Seems like some poor design choices.
It's all supposed to be fine though, because these things have filters in them. So like the filter's supposed to catch anything that's bad, but it goes to the outside. So like, you just be driving around right behind the hospital and have stuff flying at you.
Turn the windshield wipers on.
Yeah, but the filters are supposed to be they're supposed to be catching it.
Reality said that they had their first case in Indiana today. It is spreading really quick. I know it's concerning. So hopefully you guys stay safe, stay clean. Preventative care is the best. Thanks for spending your Friday night with us. So like SSRI said, we'll probably have over 20 by tomorrow in Ireland. But Ireland is so small though. Like I can see where things could spread really, really fast. So but thank you guys for spending your night with us, or morning or evening. Be sure to like and turn on those notifications if you're subscribed. And
not in every video, so you don't have to listen to me for the most part.
It was fun. Usually we've been trying to stream on Friday nights. Like I said, I'm not sure when the next video is going to come up, at least around the 18th or the 20th. But we're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Twitter and Facebook are the most active. So, but I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And as always, I got to get ready to cut this off. Stay strange. I still hasn't cut it off yet. Stay strange, you guys. I know. It was fun.